Welcome back to Steele the Show with myself, Justin Steele. We got Meek Phil here. We got Liam on the ones and twos. But let me say something. Best MLB, Phil. That's not at the NL.
Yeah.
The MLB ERA over the last 2 years belongs to Cubs pitcher Justin Steele, and it's not even close. 2.73 over the last 2 years. We're not talking about your starts this year, 2 years. And the next one is Zach Gallen, also a friend of the show, with a 2.96. This guy is out. You're unconscious right now. Me and Phil were kind of talking this morning. It's kind of crazy how good he is. It's crazy to talk about. Like, we're talking to him. Like I don't think of you as a pitcher when I'm talking to you. It's that's my boy, you know? But then he's pitching and screaming and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, 2.7? What the fuck's going on, dude? How you feeling? How's everything? I also saw something, a clip of you from the Cubs. You were like mic'd up or something. You were like, oh, what's the mindset? You're like, I just fucking throw it. Basically that.
The video. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. They posted it for my birthday. It was a mic up thing for Nike during my bullpen session and stuff. That was actually a funny video.
Very
it actually
funny.
Turned out really. Yeah, my mom enjoyed watching that. Tommy, the pitching coach, really enjoyed watching it. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I think I was working on the changeup that day and I threw a good one, and he was like, "What'd you think there?" And I was like, "I'll just throw it over the plate."
That's it. Just really wanted to not bounce it. Is there?
Thank you for that. Thank you for that introduction. That was great.
It's crazy, dude. We got to give you your flowers. Like we were saying 85 innings he's pitched or something around there, 80 something.
86 and a third innings.
86 and a third innings, 2.7 something ERA. It's fucking outrageous. Also, you just
came a long way. There was points in the beginning of the season, people were worrying.
People were talking actually last night on Twitter that the meatball voicemail turned everything around. You haven't really given up many home runs since that and that guy saying you were giving up meatballs.
Well, I mean, you give a few 114s off the bat, leaving the ballpark. It'll wake you up a little bit.
So I actually have stats here. Since May 27th, so these are 9 starts, you have a 1.48 ERA, 61 innings pitched. Batters are hitting 180 off you, OPS of 477 against you. You're making guys look like the worst hitters in baseball. It's insane.
And it's the Orioles you just faced too.
Yeah.
It's like, what's there? I'm not big fans of them. Don't like them at all. Fuck them. But you shut them down. A great lineup. I know the answer, but is there anything different in your brain going on? Is there anything you're just feeling good?
Just feeling good, just executing pitches, getting the four seam in on the righties. When a lefty's in there, I run the sinker in on their hands, just keep them off balance with the 2 fastballs, throw the breaking balls off of it, just mix in this change up to keep guys off balance. I think I only threw 2 yesterday, but the last pitch I threw was a change up, and I got Hayes to pop out. He was taking some pretty good swings on the fastball inside. I could tell he was backing off the plate, making some adjustments. So I literally just threw a changeup right down the middle, and he popped it up. It's those kind of things, just going back to last year and even the year prior. I've always wanted to go deeper and deeper into ball games. Be a guy in the rotation that the team can rely on to give quality innings every time out. And I feel like I'm kind of finally getting to that point where every time I take the ball, I feel very comfortable about going 6+, 7+, and possibly further.
Good guy to have a podcast with too, because he pitches really fast. You keep going. You do the games I watch are an hour and a half. It's nice to when you watch.
The guys love that too.
Yes,
the boys love that.
It's great. But let's go back to yesterday was just honestly, it was just.
Yeah, talking about the complete game.
Well, that's where I'm going to next. You're just talking about going in your first complete game as a MLB pitcher, which is awesome because you don't see that anymore.
No.
I used to be
last time it's happened back to back was Corey Kluber in 2017.
Wow, and you were close. You could have, if that game was 1-0 yesterday, you were probably doing it.
Yeah, probably.
But you were hyped up. It was cool to see you say how cool it was for Wrigley cheering you on and shit. Like, how much did that mean to you with all of that shit?
Yeah, I just got chills thinking about it again. The moment in
I
the
kind of did
night.
too.
Oh.
But yeah, you got chills?
Yeah. I got chills thinking about it again because when the ninth inning rolled around and the Wrigley faithful could kind of tell like I was probably going to go back out, the bullpen doors open and nobody came out. And then I came up the steps and they started playing my walkout song again.
Sick.
Dude, I'm literally like chicken. I got chicken skin right now.
So cool.
Like I was on cloud nine. Everybody was standing up, cheering me on. Like I threw 4 pitches and got out of the ninth. Like that was definitely the coolest moment in my baseball career. Just like the build up of it. Like that ninth inning when I ran back out, they played my song. Everybody was screaming. Like that was so cool.
It's so cool. It's also gotta be so cool. Like I even saw Libby post like you and her and Bo after. Like that's just so cool to have them there. Your first one there. It's the first Cubs complete game in a while too, right?
I forgot when the last one was. But
There was some stats coming out. There was like the first Cubs lefty to do it in under 95 pitches since John Lester in like 17 or 18 or something like that.
And everyone keeps
There
you're
was-
just a John Lester now. Everyone keeps saying you're
Yeah.
John Lester.
good guy to be compared
Yeah,
to.
I
Just
get-
don't just make sure you
I
can
get
throw it to
compared
first
to him a lot.
base. That's it. Yeah, it's the only time he had trouble with was he could not throw to first.
There was one more that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, there was first Cubs player drafted by the Cubs to throw a complete game for the Cubs since Jeff Samardzija in 2014 or 15, his brother is my agent and was also
Yes.
his agent.
I did see
Sam
that.
Samar-
He was nasty
Sam
at
Sam-
Notre Dame.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did
Dog.
not know
Yeah.
Samardzij's brother was
a
your
dog.
agent either.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
funny.
Jeff was a dog at Notre
It
Dame.
was.
Him and Brady Quinn. I love that team.
Yeah, dude. Yes, bro.
But yeah, that was so cool to see. Like again, under 95 pitches is outrageous. They had no chance. But we were talking before the show. Master Boney like had some sick plays for you as well, which was cool to see. The boys looked
Had some
fired
good
up.
plays yesterday. Had some good plays yesterday too.
Yeah, no, he's a great third baseman. This is a more of a. Finally, we have a podcast where we can be uplifting. I don't got to give
Yeah.
speeches. We don't got to be the whole thing.
It took your speech. All
It was
took
my
your
speech. Yes, I want everyone to know it was my speech. I know Dansby heard it. I know Ian Happ heard it. He's been on fire since that. He's been smiling. Every time you guys, I'm on the couch now.
Dansby should have had 2 homers yesterday too.
Yeah.
He got 1, but he should have had 2.
I'm on the couch now going like this when they get a hit. Are you doing
I
that
love
on the
that.
bench?
I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I'm just like losing it, just doing whatever, like to score runs.
Yeah, no, I see them going like this. Before I get to one other thing, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. When a player hits a home run, why do they look to? Do they know the camera is getting them from first to second? They always look back and go like this.
It's the bullpen.
So
They're looking at the
they're going
bullpen.
to the bullpen every time.
Yeah.
Fuck, what the
it's
fuck do they?
bullpen.
Why are they saying thank you to the bullpen?
It's not saying thank you. It's just kind of like, yeah, boys, did something good. Did
'Cause
something good. Doing it
Every
for y'all,
player,
you know?
Yankees players, I've always realized, they know the cameras on them right there going like this? Do they know somebody
No,
out
it's
there? Just
Usually the
bullpen.
bullpen's going nuts. Like they're dancing up and down, and there's like bullpen games that the bullpen plays. Like they'll throw their hat for who they think's going to hit a homer, and
Oh,
if
I
they
like
get
that.
it right, everyone else in the bullpen gives them $20.
I like
if they
that.
forget to pay them, it doubles the next day. So there's like a game there that I imagine every bullpen plays. So like when someone hits a homer, they're like looking at the bullpen like, who had me? Who
Yep,
had me?
that's like that's actually fun as shit. Because again, the bullpen guys get bored a little bit sometimes. You know, they don't got to do anything till at least the 6th inning usually. The way you guys go, you show to Tyone, they now have to get they have 7. I think Tyone's got 7 quality starts in a row.
Yeah, like 7 straight.
Yeah,
like
you
7
have
straight.
a ton. Shota's got a ton now. It's crazy. But yeah, so before, we haven't recorded in a little bit, before the Angels, I listen. We've been very good with the cursing on this show, but I might have heard you say "wake the fuck up," and that I think you said it like that. I think you just said "wake the fuck up, guys, come on." That was it.
Yeah, I was just like,
I didn't see any.
Wake up, wake up, guys.
I didn't see any veins coming out of your neck and your forehead at all.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, take me. Be very honest with it all.
I'm a happy person.
I know
I'm
you
a
are.
very, like, if there was a meter for my energy, my tone, like you generally happy, like
100%.
a good mood. Yeah, things boiled over. I got a little hot. Things ran a little hot. It was like actually hot out there. Like I was, yeah.
Listen, let's be honest.
Things boiled over and I blew up. It just happened.
Let's be honest though. You weren't putting any, like, people were also excited about it. It was like, because the inning that you just got out of, we're gonna be honest, was fucking insane. The rundown, like, you're not blaming anybody, but people made mistakes. Things were not going right.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake as well, though.
Yeah, no,
so,
you
like,
did too. Yeah.
The first thing I did was take accountability for it.
100%. But there's also, they made mistakes too. Like, the whole inning was just a disaster, and you still got out of it pretty, like, not any too bad of damage, but, like, sometimes the fans need that of, like, do these guys care? Do they give a fuck at all? Because, like, sometimes when you lose a lot, you don't see anything happen. You're like, do they even care? Are they going home laughing? But it's cool to see one of the best players on the team fucking lose their mind and say, wake the fuck up. You won the game also. You've won every start since you've done that.
Yeah, 3-0.
So that was kind of the main thing. Like, as soon as I did that, I was talking to Mark Ladder Jr. about it, and I was just kind of like, just discussing the happenings of what just happened and everything. And he was like, dude, it was sick, but now you gotta back it up. He was like,
fair. That's a good friend, though. That's a good friend to say, you gotta fucking figure it out too. Like, you gotta put it up now.
Yeah, he was like, you doing that, like, eyes are on you now. Like, you kind of just, like, put your foot down, or however you want, whatever metaphor you want to use, but, like, more eyes are going to be on you now, and, like, if you do suck, like, you're going to get roasted for it. And, like, same side of the coin, other side of the coins, like, if you pitch well, it's like, this guy's got stones.
Exactly. And look what has happened. You've given up one run in what, 14 innings in the past since that.
Since that, yeah.
Two runs in my past 19 or something like that.
And since that, though, you've given up one run in 14 innings.
I thought it was 16 scoreless. I forgot you gave up the run versus
the complete game.
Versus the Angels. I thought that was a shutout. My bad. It
But,
felt like a shutout.
But it's crazy. Like, you did put it up. Listen, I'm not saying it, but people are screaming for the captain. Give you a little C on the jersey. That's not me saying it, but people are saying it, Justin. People are saying
already a C. There's already a C on our jerseys.
Oh God, there he is. There's media trained Justin Steele right there. Look at that guy. That's a professional. He just did that right there. I just play for the name on the front of my jersey. That's all I do.
Yeah,
that's
I didn't even know there was a name on the back.
That's really, really good organizations don't put the name on the back.
No, we don't gotta talk about that, Marty.
Whatever.
The Yankees don't, that's just, Cubs are a great organization.
I'm not giving you the pleasure of a good response to that.
But yeah, so what was, did anyone else say anything to you in the dugout, after the game, in the clubhouse, anything after you blew up?
Yeah, I talked to probably every single teammate afterwards, and it was all good.
Were they kind of migrating to your locker and stuff, being like...
No. As soon as it happened, like, guys were coming up to me in the locker room just being like, yeah, look, we needed that. Like, that's awesome. Someone needed a fire. Like, players, coaches, everyone supported me. Like, dude, like, it was just one of them things. Like, I was grinding out there. I was making pitches. 100%. I was, like, trying to do the best I could, and just things weren't going my way. And like you said, it was one of them innings. Like, the game could have seriously got out of hand. Like, if if I would have made a mistake, like say I give up a homer or something, it's 5-0, and all them runs are earned, and it's like things could have gotten extremely out of hand in that inning. I was able to rein it in and stuff, but yeah, that was just kind of like, all right, like gotta wake up right now, guys.
It
Like,
also wasn't just because of that inning, like it was been boiling up. You guys were on losing streak after losing series. Things were happening in all your starts. It was a lot of just crazy shit happening. You finally have had normal starts past 3 now. It's just like, all right, it's all settled down here. But that's what happens. It boils up, and it shows the fans you cared. Twitter was wild that day. I was fucking...
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I was loving Twitter that day. I was just I basically tweet I glaze you every day.
You're like a fan account.
Oh my! I'm a fan account. Yeah, I'm Justin Steele fan number 4000 whatever on Twitter.
Dude, shout out to there's this guy on Twitter that made an account that says Justin Steele's hometown pastor is the name of the Twitter account.
I got I got a DM from him.
Dude, he electric. I like messaged him. I was like, are you actually from Mississippi or are you a Chicago guy? He's both. Went to Ole Miss from Chicago.
It's so he's like, Maury, how's it going? Just want to reach out, keep locking in with us Cubs. Steele's also getting Steele's mind away from it all with the pod. Like he's like genuinely like nice. It's not like I was like, who the fuck is Steele's hometown pastor? And then
that is an electric title. That's a great name.
It is his fucking bios. He's the pride of Lukedale, Mississippi, a loving father to Bo, a man who will bring us another World Series. Like that's probably a grown ass man doing that, and I love that. That's a fan though.
If people didn't know who I was and I was like just an average Joe doing sports, I would be doing that same thing. Like I would be just all over socials with sports and stuff doing the same thing.
Yeah, look at the guy next to me.
I would literally be sitting where Phil's sitting.
That's what you do. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, you're right.
All you do is go home and talk sports on Twitter. That's what he just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a shot. It's just what you do.
Yeah. It's good life.
So yeah,
Phil's proud of it.
So the teammates took it well. Like no one, because even
everybody took it well.
Even the interviews after the game, Hap said he's fired up. He wants us to win. We have no problem with it. Even Council said something about it, like all positive, which was cool to see too. Because sometimes people take it differently, you know what I mean, which is bad. Like that just means that not everyone's on the same page. Everyone on the Cubs seemed like it was like.
Mm-hmm.
There was some guys on media that didn't like it.
Oh,
yeah, what were they?
them.
Over 60 years old, probably.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Ernie Banks probably called out his teammates back in the day or something.
Also, like people literally were
yeah.
asking for.
Well, that's one thing Hap told me. He was like back in the day that used to happen all the time. Like he was kind of referring back to the John Lackey, John Lester, Jake Arrieta heydays of like
What about
when he was
Zambrano?
first called up. Zambrano. That's what Hap was saying. He was like it doesn't happen anymore, so like people freak out when it does happen. He was like, but it used to literally happen all the time. Like a pitcher would come in and like same thing, like things aren't going his way, like just kind of like get a fire in everyone's ass, just get the boys going.
It's different too, like Leiter Jr. said, you backing it up, it also helps.
Yeah.
You don't have a 8 ERA out there telling them to wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? That does help.
Yeah.
And two,
Yeah.
they know it's coming from a good place where it's not like you're an asshole. Like you were already part of the boys. Like people like you on the team. The organization loves you. The fans love you. It's not like you just like are this asshole that keeps doing it. It's just all from a good place. And I think that's why it was 95% like fuck yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally what I told the media. I was like, no, it's out of love.
Yeah.
It's just a loving place.
You just know that your teammates are really good.
If I literally didn't care and didn't love it, like I would not, like it would show that I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I would just mosey my way back to the dugout, whatever.
Exactly. So, but yeah, you're pretty much not going to probably pitch in the Cardinals series. So you're shut down till after All-Star break. It's gonna be a nice break for you. I think you should have been in the All-Star game. I think you should have been in it, but congratulations to Shota. That's awesome.
Yep.
him
Extremely
like
happy for Shota. Shota was extremely happy getting that honor. We had a meeting in the clubhouse with him and stuff to congratulate him and whatnot. Had a funny moment. I had a funny moment with Shota the other day in
Please tell.
Baltimore. My family was with me, so me, Libby, and Bo were going to Starbucks to get a coffee before I got on the bus, and Shota was in there. And we were like, "What's up, Shota? Good morning, everything." Barista goes, "Mike." He walks up and gets his coffee. And it was just like, I forgot about it. And they said Mike, and he went and got it. I was like, this guy's awesome.
He's awesome, dude. I even shout out Nick from Uber. I talked to him the other day.
Yeah, shout out Nick.
Shout out Nick. He was even talking like he was talking with Shota and everything, and it's like he really does use Mike forever. He just loves using Mike. He was talking to him about. I'm like, he's like, did you know he really talks like he's just like puts Mike on everything? I go, yeah, it's on his fucking locker. The guy loves the name Mike. I don't know. It's not a bit, like he just likes it.
I mean, it's not a bad name to have in Chicago, like Michael Jordan, like it kind of.
But
people like the name Mike.
The funny thing is, Shota's such a cool name.
Yeah.
Like Shota's a great name.
It's very distinct. It's very distinct.
Yes.
Everybody would know that name.
Yeah. So that's you've been killing it. That's mostly you've won 6 out of 7. Clubhouse feeling good. This is a huge series, fucking ginormous series right now.
Just gotta win. Every game is the same. Every win counts as one win. Like it doesn't matter. We just gotta win.
I'm gonna say it matters this one.
They all matter.
Yeah, they all matter, but this one really matters. The St. Louis Cardinals are the team that you need to beat right now. And it's Hendricks today.
Yeah.
Hendricks.
It's a good summer series. Rivalry. These games matter.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Listen, I've changed now because the Yankees have been really pissing me off because they're like 3-17 in their last 20. So it's nice to watch.
You were spoiled. You were spoiled in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I was, and now I'm turning their games off.
I was seeing a lot of videos, TikToks of like Yankee fans like doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, you see the Scarlata brothers on your TikTok video?
Yeah. It's like.
Do I have you two telling me about the Yankees right now?
I mean. We're bringing them up.
You brought them up, Marty.
It'll stink right now. We'll be fine. If the Orioles didn't keep hurting our players, I would have done it. All right? I would have been fine. We've been fine. Stanton's going to come back. We're going to trade for somebody. I think we're going to trade for Chisholm.
No, he's a good player.
Or India.
Yeah, good players.
I think that's who I want both.
I really like Jonathan India's game.
He's good. He's very good.
Player. Rookie of the year. People forget.
Yeah, people do forget that.
People forget.
You have news for me? You told me you got something to tell me today.
Is this in regards to the first pitch? Is this what you want me to tell you? Was that the cue?
I think it's the cue.
So enthusiastic.
Marty, are you ready to throw out the first pitch at Wrigley?
Whoa! Really?
I feel like you want me to like bring out a fucking present or
Yes,
something. Like
it's so funny. I keep doing this to him.
pull a ring out of my ass or something.
I
And be
keep-
like, here's your first pitch, Marty. Here's your first pitch, Marty.
I keep doing it to him, so
Ribbon.
I finally got him to this point. It's worked. I kept. Hey, just come on, tell him I'm throwing out the
I'm
first
literally
pitch.
like, what do you want me to say?
Get on your knee with a baseball and be like, it's your pitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, July 22nd, July 21st.
22nd.
I sent you the dates. Sent you the dates, and you picked the date.
It's your first pitch. How do you not know the date?
It is July 22nd. Martin Mush throwing out the first pitch. Are you gonna catch it?
Yes.
You are?
I'm going to catch it.
I've been warming up. I have a celebrity softball game this weekend in Pittsburgh, so I'm going to be throwing a little bit.
Are you throwing the spinner, slider?
I don't know. I think I have to throw a fastball. I can't fuck it up.
What are you more accurate with? Like, if you can just spin one in there, like just flip it in there, or do you feel better just like throwing a heater.
I'm more nervous about. I don't want to. First of all, my parents are flying in. People are making it a little big. They're like, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. This
But
is so
you
cool.
did this. You did this.
What did I do?
You did.
No. The
You
Cubs
made it this big.
No,
You're literally wanting me to like get on a knee and like give you a ball that you're gonna be using or something.
Honestly,
I sent you the date.
Can you do that? Can
and
you
you
do?
pick the date, and you pick the date, and you're like wanting me to like do this extravaganza.
Yeah, it's an extravaganza. It is. This is a extravaganza. The Cubs. I didn't ask for it. Obviously, I didn't say a word about it. Not one word about throwing a first pitch at all. I don't think. Right?
No,
Not once. And the Cubs are honoring one of the best Cubs fans at the moment on July 22nd. And look, you're playing a rival. It's a big game too. It's like a huge night game at Wrigley Field. Marty Mush is throwing the first pitch. It's gonna be a buzz.
Oh yeah, Nick, the Uber Eats guy also told me, it was like, didn't know his name was Matt. Just told him, just had him down as Marty Mush.
That's what I said because the guy asked for my ID. I'm like, bro, it doesn't say Marty or Mush. I was like, do you want to see my Instagram or something? I don't know what to tell you. It's very tough when people figure, like, I don't hide it either. It's just that's what people obviously call me.
Oh, people thought Rhea was going to change her last name to Mush at
Yeah,
one point.
people would be like, oh, are you going to change your last name to Mush? She's like, why the fuck would I do that? It's like no, his last name's Cahill. It's gonna do that one. But yeah, big deal for me. You know, throwing out the first pitch.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Are we gonna how we gonna do this? Am I gonna dap you up, give you a hug after or something? How we gonna?
I'm gonna get behind home plate. You're gonna get on that mound. You're gonna get on the rubber. You're
Have
not
to do
getting-
rubber. Should I wear
you gotta put your foot
cleats?
on the rubber?
Should I wear metal
No,
cleats?
don't wear cleats. Don't put your foot on top of the rubber. It's
No.
right in front of the rubber.
Well,
Like you're pushing off the rubber.
depending on who's pitching, like maybe I could go out there with him and really dig it in so I can help him out so he's ready to go.
Let's not mess up the mound for who's actually pitching. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
I'm trying to help him out. I know what I'm doing, It depends who's pitching, though. I don't know what they like.
But yeah, I'm gonna be behind home plate. You're gonna fire it in there. I'm gonna walk out a little.
You want me in the dugout for the game, or
I mean, you can like come to the dugout as soon as it happens.
maybe
Be like,
dap
"Yeah,
up some of
guys,
the boys?
go."
Yeah, let me dap up
Yeah,
some of the
go,
boys.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Big Jim will probably get you on your way.
Get me the fuck out.
Or do
yeah.
you want to be sitting next to the council making bullpen decisions?
Oh, listen, I think I'd be a good vibes guy for the
I think you would too. But
the
I think
fellas.
some
The
guys
fellas
would be
saying
like,
anything
"What the-"
about me yet? Like, am I
Oh,
coming up in
guys love you.
conversation?
Guys love you.
Yeah?
Guys love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Write that
guys
down.
love you.
Write that down.
Oh, gee.
Clip that.
The guys love me. No one said a word. But yeah, cool. First pitch. We'll be there. Maybe we can get a guest Monday. Maybe we
Yes.
can. Maybe we
Yes.
can do that. Cause
I have commitments lined up. I just need it. It'd be ideal, like for you to be in Chicago, bring
That's
them
what-
into the
yeah.
office.
if we could do Monday before the game.
It's tough when we're on the road. Like I'm obviously doing this via Zoom. Like we would have them doing it via Zoom in their hotel room. Like it'd be better if everyone's together.
Better in Chicago. All right. So next topic I wanted to bring up was Skeens yesterday. He had 99.
Yeah.
He had 99 pitches after 7. Was it a perfect game or no hitter?
No hitter.
No hitter.
11 strikeouts.
As a pitcher, it's also think of it as you is in your first year. He's obviously an all-star. Everyone's talking about Paul Skeens, blah, 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 blah. He's amazing. He did have a conversation with the Pirates coach. I saw it in the dugout, and then he kind of looked like pissed off a little bit, which is fair. I would be pissed off too. Do you think that's the right decision? Is like, what's
What was
your
the score?
1-0.
1-0. 99 pitches.
Yeah, I would have took him out. 99 pitches. You don't want that guy throwing too many and putting himself at risk at all, especially with the type of competitor that he is. Like he would have started pushing the gas more to reach back for more and stuff. So still young dude. He's gonna do that again. It's one of them situations where like you got to look out for the future, especially someone so young in their career already and already doing special things. Like, dude, that arm's worth a lot of money. Like, just to be completely honest, like you can't ruin that. Like that guy is a special talent. He was the first overall pick, and he made it to the big leagues already. So like that in itself explains and should say enough to how talented this guy is. And you have to be careful with guys like that. Like you can't like it's not in the day of Nolan Ryan where you just guys are throwing CGs every time out and just throwing till their arms fall off. Like it's just not how things work now.
It's unfortunately.
So it's definitely. I would have took him out. Like at 99 pitches, it's getting late in the game. Obviously, he's throwing a no hitter. It's like great and stuff, and he's gonna do it again. Like he's just simply that good. Yeah, dude, it's been awesome watching him, man. I'm excited for him and watch him in the All-Star game. I think it's good for baseball that he's going. He obviously deserves it. Yeah, dude, it's exciting. It's a really good time of baseball.
I'm formally inviting him on the show. So let you know that.
I would love. Yeah, I'd love to have him.
Because I saw he eats chicken Alfredo, I think, before starts, which is just
It's kind of crazy.
outrageous.
I can't eat anything.
I know you
I have
don't
like
eat.
I have like a fig Newton bar, and that's all I can eat.
I won't lie. I did box, and I had a hot dog 10 minutes for it. So that I can't say
Are you
much.
serious?
Yeah, my boxing debut, I did have a
You
hot
didn't
dog.
shit?
No, I don't know what was going on.
How are you in there boxing with a throat rocket just dancing around in your stomach?
I've never heard throw rocket.
That's insane.
A little meat missile?
But yeah, I remember it was really weird, dude. I was trying not to be nervous, and then I got a hot dog, and then Diplo told me how to box him when he was boxing an underground in China. It was a crazy experience, and then I used Diplo's thing, and I hit the guy, and I hit him down, and I won. So it was a really cool experience.
Do your parents just think your life is like made up? Like
Yes.
with this type of shit you do, like throwing out first pitch,
Yes.
main event of a boxing match.
Yes. They're flying. They literally are like making this the biggest. You have no idea. You don't understand how big this first pitch is. It is flying through everybody in the Cahill family, in Rhea's family. People are flying out to it, Justin. That's how big this is in the family.
It's a big deal. It is a big deal.
It is.
You're probably the first in the family to do something like this.
Yeah. You think Nicky Mush is
Nick-
doing it? You think that's why I
a
need
legend.
you. I think my brother's coming. I need you to. You're gonna meet my brother. He's me with a gut.
Yeah,
you know?
he's the man.
He's the best. Nicky
Can't
Mush.
wait.
He's the best. But yeah. Back to Skeens real fast. Unfortunately, your answer is the right answer. What's the reason especially with this day and age where everyone's worried about the people throwing 100 miles an hour. You know, like it's just the strain on the arm. It's July.
Which is why I don't do it.
Yes, that's exactly why you tone it down to 89, 90. Just
Yeah. Proving Phil's point from the earlier this season, when he first said it, I started reaching back for 93s, 94s a little more often, but starting to.
You were getting
So
to
back
94 at one point after
Yeah.
Phil said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just no point to, like, as a fan though, it's like, bro, just go back out there. You know, it's like, come on, it's a no hitter. It doesn't happen all the time, but I do think it's going to happen more often for him. You know, he was also doing that
Yeah.
against a very good hitting team at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I get taking him out, but it's almost like just let him go out there one more time, and maybe let him go one more batter, and then if he does 2 pitches there, like it maybe gets him out early. I understand both sides though. Fans want him to go out. Organization.
I think that it was the right time to do it. You don't want to send him back out, do another up down, warm up pitches, getting
True.
it going again. I think it was good timing.
He because then also he goes back out there, his arms start to hurt. The organization gets shit on. You know.
Yeah.
Anything else, Phil, baseball wise, I need to talk about?
Baseball, I feel like we covered the big stories. I mean, we talked about his team, Skeens, the Yankees being bad.
All right,
I
Phil.
mean, your first pitch.
Well, yeah, as long as we got the first pitch in.
Yeah.
As long as the fellas heard that needs to be said. Yeah, besides that, in baseball, the All-Star selection's so weird. Everyone's like, this person should be in, this person should be in. It's just a disaster. Your team, everyone's like, Lindor should be in instead of Alonso. It's like, as a fan, I don't give a shit. I know it does for players. It's a huge thing. Your first one was last year. It was an awesome experience for you. You bring your family. It's a cool, great thing. I don't understand. I actually think not being invited to the All-Star game, but people advocating for you to be in the All-Star game is the best place to be. You don't have to throw any more pitches. You don't actually have to. You actually get to rest. You don't get to rest when you're in the All-Star game. What do you get, a day? A day off?
You don't really get any break at all.
Because you're traveling, right?
You're traveling there. As soon as you're there, you're doing media. You're being pulled all over the place, and then the actual game happens. The home run derby happens. Like it's a whirlwind. And it was my birthday last year, so like I was trying to spend time with Bo, my family. Like it was tough last year trying to make time for everybody. Like it was a whirlwind.
It's actually kind of crazy. You're never gonna have another birthday again.
Yeah, no, that's
Ever.
my son's.
It's over.
Yes.
He's way more important than you.
Do you watch the
Yeah,
All-Star game when you're not in it, or is that just something like you don't even put on?
No
I don't.
fucking chance.
I'm the wrong person to ask though,
Yeah.
because like
No.
I really don't watch a ton of baseball. Like, if
You're not though.
I watch the.
I'm saying
I
like
watch the Cubs. Like I'm gonna watch the Cubs. Obviously, like days that I'm in the dugout, and then like if I'm away from the field, like this year I had some rehab starts. Like I'm gonna turn the Cubs game on when they come on. But if any other case, like I'm not just flipping on a baseball game. Like like there's just. I think it's just because I'm around it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't want. Like it's work. But like it's just kind of like baseball is my job. It's my work. So like when I'm away from the field, I want to do football research. I want to do whatever. Look at golf stuff. Like I'm still into sports. So like I just kind of shift my focus.
every athlete I've asked, none of them watch their sport.
Yeah.
None. Besides the playoffs, they won't turn it on.
Yeah,
I've asked
yeah.
basketball players. They're like, no, I'm not watching the Lakers and the Jazz tonight. Like that, don't care. Like I'm focused on my team. That's it. And also, it's like us too. Like, do you go home and watch Healthy Debate when you get home?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. I don't watch. I try not to. I see these people every day. I talk to these people. I support everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch everyone's show when I go home. I want to get away from it. You know, like it's the same thing of work. And athletes, everyone, not one person has been like, I watch every game. Never.
It's kind of crazy how this is a little off topic, but like Barstool started as like blogging and writing articles like on the website, right? And like now I feel like it's a grouping of podcasters.
Yep.
It's like how the media is just how it's been just kind of slowly evolving with how media evolves. It's just kind of cool just thinking back to like the beginning days of it.
It is.
And now when I go in the offices, there's like podcast booths everywhere set up, like podcast rooms. The Yak downstairs in Chicago being recorded. It's just cool thinking about the evolution of Barstool.
Yeah, it's crazy. It went from blogging, Dave doing newspapers, then they were like film their videos on iPhone, like the iPhone, basically. Like it used to be like people loved the nostalgia stuff of Barstool because it was so like just raw. Like no one gave a fuck. You went outside, started filming, and then you put it out. There's no editing. There was no nothing, you know. And now it's fucking insane. Like literally, like. The fact that Rhea is getting sent to Fiji to go to Love Island and shit, like the fact that they're doing that, then you got other people doing live shows, you got us doing this, everyone's doing so much shit. That's why Barstool's the best, and we just signed Pat Bev.
Oh yeah.
He's back with us. It's great. And that's what I want to do with you too. Like when obviously during the off season, like getting you more involved in Barstool, like knowing the people.
Yeah,
different shows would be like because
especially being there. Like I'm in Arizona in the off season. There's a ton of stuff going on in Arizona, like the Waste Management Open. Like there's a ton of stuff always going on in Arizona. So like it's kind of a prime spot.
And you're gonna go on Spinning Back Fist.
Yes.
I
I'm
talked
actually
to.
really excited about that. I'm a big UFC guy. I love
I know,
UFC.
and that's where they were like, because I keep telling them like, oh, and like I'll show you like what you text me, and they're like, oh yeah, he knows his shit, and I was like, yeah, I know, he's knows what he's doing. So I think the next pay per view, that's like next week or something, or 2 weeks, or
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
I'll set you up with them. But no, I love that. That's the best when players
Yeah.
get involved with Barstool, like knowing some of the stories and stuff. Like when Pat Bev
Mhm.
found out, like when Jerry shit himself, one of the funniest clips, you know.
Have you ever been to a UFC event?
Yeah, I went to UFC. I forget what number it was. It was Adesanya versus Romero. It was right before COVID happened. It was in Vegas. Like literally the next day, COVID happened and the country was shut down. So it was like the last
Yeah.
sporting event.
Shout out Rudy Gobert.
It's one of like the best like atmospheres in sports. Like, sorry, I just had to say that. Like, it really is just
He's not
guy-
laughing at. He's laughing
Oh.
at me, Phil.
My bad. I thought you were laughing at me like
Sorry,
cutting you off.
what would you say? What'd you say, Phil?
It's like one of the best atmospheres in sports. It's just a bunch of guys
Yeah, I totally agree.
slugging beers and just watching fights.
That UFC event was the coolest sporting event
Yeah.
I've ever been to.
It's very
I've never been to
primal.
one. I've never been to one. I would love to go.
You gotta go.
Got it.
You
As
have
a
to go.
group, I would love to do a slap fight one, power slap, and then
See,
a
I don't-
UFC
I feel
one.
like after one slap fight, like
That-
watching it once, I would be like, I'm good on this. Like
That's
like,
it though. That's what I want. I want that one slap. Like, all right, that was good.
All right.
Let's go
She's
play.
like,
Let's
"Ooh,"
play.
like-
Yeah, I want the ooh. That's it. I would love. That would be a good team event. We can go to a UFC fight because I've never been to one.
Well, they usually line it up to where like the slap fights are like on Friday night.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
when everyone's like weighing in and stuff, and then people usually go from like the weigh-ins to the slap fights. I feel like that's what they're doing by design.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool to go in Vegas or something too. All the fellas, and maybe we can bring Lenny. He's got a boy named Lenny. He's always got good spreads at his house.
I
Good-
want to meet Lenny.
Me too. Maybe we'll have a guest on him one time. He's got. Anytime that Phil. I'm actually a little pissed at you the last time you didn't send me a spread. Anytime you go to Lenny's, I want you to send me what food he has out.
I was a little too much.
Yeah, I know.
Send you something,
Phil
so-
drank for like the first time in a long time on 4th of July.
So,
We just had some really good food in Baltimore for the spreads.
What'd you have?
A lot of crab cakes, like crab legs,
Was it
oysters.
was it Jimmy's Seafood?
I don't know what place it came from. It was just in the locker room.
I love baked clams, man. I love.
I'm not a
baked
clam,
clams.
so I'm not a clam or a
Mussel.
what's the other one?
Oyster.
Yeah, mussels. Like I'm strictly oysters. Like I don't like
That's
clams
insane.
or scallops. Like I don't really like scallops.
Are you
either.
having the right scallops?
I don't know. Like I'm just not like I'd rather have an oyster.
Have you
Just
had a
give me an
baked
oyster.
clam, like the ones where the breadcrumbs are on it?
Yeah, with and it's like can be over pasta sometimes. It's just not my thing really.
I'm gonna get you the right ones. We'll try it.
Okay. It's fine.
It's like the Oreo thing.
You
It's
know
like,
how yeah, you know how I am. Like if I don't like something,
you're not gonna do it. Yeah. This one you don't hate though.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't hate.
I don't hate.
Yeah. Anything else before we go to rankings?
well, I want to talk about
Oh,
my
talk
fantasy
about-
football
yes.
scumbag.
Yes, yes.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, Phil sends us our topics that like he thinks we should hit, and then we get into whatever we want. We all
I need you to know,
contribute, and then all of a sudden I saw an Meek Phil edited the topics, and it was like I need to talk about my debacle.
Yeah.
In did you guys know? Oh, I have one question before you do it.
Okay.
But first, Phil's whole thing is I'll do it after now. The debacle of the draft date for your fantasy football.
Yeah.
Please explain to the group.
So, we every year this fantasy league we've been doing it for like 12, 13 years, however long. We always have the draft scheduled for like either like the last weekend of August or like right before that. And this asshole in our league, Logan, schedules a vacation with his girlfriend like that whole fucking week. I'm sorry for cussing,
She
but like
scheduled that.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I don't care if she scheduled it. It's like we've been doing this for 12 years, so you schedule a whole vacation for that week, and he was like, "Oh, I can't do these days." Like we do this every year, and he's like, saying he's making a big deal out of like going from was it Ocean City, Maryland, driving up to Long Island for that day.
That's what
on
the
like
vacation
no
is,
sleep.
Ocean City?
Yes.
Oh, he's going to be swimming
If
in
this,
pee
guy's
all
the,
the time.
if this guy's the commish, you got to
He's
figure
not.
it out.
He's not the commissioner.
If-
He used to be until we removed him from that role several years
so
ago.
he's kind of on the outs of the league then.
No, he's
What type of friend is he to you? In what tier? Best friend, acquaintance, friend?
He's a friend just because I've known him for like 17 years.
He's just part of the group. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, you can't get rid of Jimmy.
Yeah, well,
What's his name?
Logan.
Logan. I don't
He's
like
not the
Jimmy's-
commission. He should be able to just draft from wherever, right?
Yeah, what is it in person?
It's an in-person draft we do at someone's like house every year.
See, that's a good.
I can understand that though, because like I got 2 home leagues I'm never there to draft for, which sucks because like I would love to be
Oh.
doing it with them.
It's different.
But-
You're a Major League Baseball
Well,
pitcher.
no,
This
it's
guy
not-
works for a fire
it's-
department.
It's not different. People get older
I feel
and
bad
they
for him because it's his wife or his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I feel bad because like it's just getting to that point of the year where like I'm firing off
Yeah.
mock drafts. I'm looking at week 1 already.
So-
like I'm getting tingly,
So-
and Libby sees me. My wife, she sees me, and she gets upset already. I'm like, hey, listen, you've
Yeah.
had your time. You've had the summer. Like NFL hasn't been here for a while now, and like,
Yeah.
dude, when it starts getting close, oh,
So he's gonna be like doing that draft on no sleep, and then he's like, "Oh, I can only be there for like 3 hours," and sometimes that draft can last.
You're
like
gonna
4
fucking make him
hours.
drive from Ocean City, Maryland to Long Island?
and then back up to Albany. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
insane.
that's his punishment.
You're
be a
insane.
man for our league.
Let me ask you a question. Is Logan the only one in the group with a girlfriend?
No, there's like half the league has
Half the league has
girlfriends.
girlfriends.
Half the league, more than half.
that's
I'd say.
50%.
Yeah.
Are they all from Long Island?
Yes.
And he's not.
No, he is.
Phil, how many leagues are you in?
I'm in 2.
Are we gonna do one together this year?
I don't care.
We
I'll do
should.
whatever.
We should get one, like a 10 to 12 one, and do it.
I'm down.
And
12
I'll-
only. 12 only.
12 only. I love 10.
No,
12's the best.
No, 12 is the best.
12's the
number.
best by
12's
far.
the best
I
number.
hate 10. I hate 14.
No, when you do 10, your teams do stacked, and when you do 14,
Your team sucks.
Yeah, bro. I
14
did a
you can't
10-man
find
league
waiver guys.
last year. Like I did a league back home with some old high school buddies, and it was a 10-man league. And it's like every team's a super team. Like who's gonna? It's like it's not whose team is better.
it's
or
not
whose team's
fun
good.
with
It's like
10.
it's like
Nah,
it's like
it's
whose
fun.
team's gonna go off this week? Everyone's gonna go off. So like who's gonna go off more?
I've
Like,
had
I
a
don't
high
like
school
10.
league for what I guess over 10 years now. One of our friends has still been waiting for someone to drop out to get it, and every year we're on a bachelor party this year, and to do the draft in the order, and he's going as well, and he's just like, "Are you guys gonna ever bring it to 12 people and let me play?" That's the only reason we're not doing it, just to not let him in, because it's almost a bit now. It's fucked up, but it's funny. Just like you're not getting in, buddy.
I'm willing to say that if you win a championship in a 10-person league, it's a Mickey Mouse title.
I'm glad you had the
Yeah.
stones to say it.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's
That,
it's
that doesn't take stones to say.
Yeah, no,
that's
no.
easily a Mickey
That's
Mouse
a-
title.
It's not a Mickey Mouse title. If
That's
you
a-
win it,
that's a
it's
Mickey Mouse-
It's
yeah, it is.
harder
Yeah, it
to
is.
win in a 10-person than a 12.
No, it's not.
You could fill a lineup out with your bench players in a 10-man league.
That's
and it'd
the
be a good
point.
lineup.
You have every team
That's
has.
not the point,
The
though.
point
That
is
shouldn't be the
they
point.
have
The
so many
point should be
fucking
that
good
you have
players that
the-
my
the
good
point
players
should
are better.
be- No, the point should be you have to go dig in the waiver wire.
Yes.
You gotta actually do research. You gotta find
Yeah.
who's
Oh
gonna be picking.
my
Marty, you're not
god!
Who's gonna be picking. Dude,
I got
Say,
Justin's got to go. You got to pick
You're
the
an
weeds.
amateur.
Go on the weeds and go find
Yeah,
somebody.
Marty, you're not winning a
You gotta-
title with.
that's what wins. That's
Yes.
that's what it's supposed to be. It shouldn't just
Who
be.
said it's supposed to be
whatever
that?
Whatever lineup I roll out with 20 guys
There's
on
still
my team, it's gonna be
strategy
good.
with 10.
No, there's not.
Yes,
no,
there
there's not.
is.
No, there's not.
There's
I'm
no
going to show
strategy.
you my team this
There's
year.
no strategy.
When I draft my 10 team, I'm going to show you. And
Mar-
it's hard.
Marty, in a 10-team
Marty,
league, you're not winning
Marty,
a title with Jerome
Marty,
Ford at running back.
Marty, you're gonna show me your 10-man league. Guess what? It's gonna be a good team. Every team's gonna be a good team.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to show you.
Every. Dude.
Marty, I won a title with Tyrod Taylor as my QB last year. You will never see that in a 10-man league.
That's embarrassing.
Humble
Your team
brag.
lost. Your team.
Humble brag.
Your fucking league sucks. If you want.
I'm a 2-time champion.
Yeah,
in a
you're
12-team
playing with the-
league.
You're playing with the school of the blind in your fucking league. I gotta go soon. So
Let's do rankings.
yeah, rankings, but real fast. I have a question. Where do you rest your tongue?
Dude, I don't know. It's just in my mouth.
When you close your mouth right now, and where is it? Bottom or top?
Bottom, I think.
You're a bottom? You're a mouth breather? What are you?
No, I'm not a mouth. Did you say I'm a mouth breather?
Yeah, you're a mouth breather. Your tongue's on the bottom. You're a mouth breather.
I don't see how that correlates.
Put your tongue on the top of your mouth. You can only breathe out of your nose. It's
You
not.
can still breathe
I'm
out
not.
of your-
I'm not
you
sitting
can breathe
here
it-
like this all day.
You can- But I'm just saying, I don't think there's a correlation to your
So-
tongue setting in the bottom of your
Yeah, so
mouth.
this
and
is,
that-
Where's your tongue?
At the bottom.
Yours? Top? All right, we got 2 tops and 2 bottoms. All right, we're gonna have to put a poll out for that then. I've been thinking about. I haven't been able to sleep because I keep thinking, where's my tongue gonna be?
If your tongue is up, so you're just like actively pressing it up to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why? Why not just let it sit there?
I don't know. It's comfortable up there. It's
Marty?
home.
Marty brought this
what
up
a
to me.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a weird
Wait,
conversation.
I've been telling and
Yeah.
the other question I was telling everybody was, when you drink, where do your
you
eyes?
don't tell you don't tell questions. You ask questions.
No, I tell them. Where do you put your eyes when you drink?
Dude, I don't know. On the bottle? On the bottle?
That's what I do. But some people look outwards. I look into the glass every single time. These are important things all day.
They are, but okay.
All right, let's do a draft quick. Breakfast foods, Phil said today. Is it everyone or just us two?
I think just you two.
Okay.
There's only so many breakfast foods. I just thought of it because first thing in the morning, breakfast.
Okay, I don't eat breakfast. Also,
I just saw you eating fucking breakfast.
yeah, but like I usually don't, and that's a
1-1 bacon.
see. You're such a basic bitch. You are. You're a basic bitch, Justin Steele.
Okay,
That's what he
okay,
is.
give your
Bacon, bacon. Is
Give your
bacon
answer.
that good? Honestly, is it that good? It's good.
Yes, bacon is that good.
It's
the
elite.
most consumed. It's the most consumed meat in America.
Only because it's so small. You could eat a lot of it.
Doesn't take away that it's the most consumed meat in America.
It's just such a fucking. It just tastes the same every time.
Well, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. It's the best pick in the draft, and I'm taking it. What do you want?
So it has to be like that, or could it be like a McGriddle?
Could be a McGriddle.
McGriddle's 1-1. Yeah.
Such a bad pick.
Excuse me. Have you ever had syrup in a bun before? No. They're the only people in the world that do it.
Yeah, I've had a McGriddle. I've gotten out of my house before.
All right. My second one, and this is this is staying true to myself. French toast sticks.
Mmm.
You're such a child. You're literally a child.
Bro, Burger King's French toast sticks are one of the most elite things you'll ever put in your mouth.
My number 2 is eggs.
Eggs?
Yeah.
What kind?
Yeah, like what every egg?
A chicken egg. What do you mean? What kind of egg?
No, like scrambled,
how prepared.
over easy.
It's all it's egg, guys. Like I can eat it sunny side. I can eat it scrambled. Put a little salt and pepper on it. Like I mean, I can eat it.
All right, what's your
Eggs.
third?
Grits.
Dude, that honestly might be the worst 3 I've ever heard.
It's probably the best 3 I could have possibly did.
Okay, we got to put a poll out on this one because I'm going to go
You're not win.
I'm gonna
you
go-
haven't won one of these
guess
all
what?
year.
I'm
You
gonna
haven't
go
won one of these all year.
pancakes.
You're saying French toast sticks and McGriddles like a
McGriddle.
child.
I'm going to win. McGriddle, pancakes, and French toast sticks is elite.
Bacon, eggs, and grits. I have the entire southeastern
No,
continental
you have
on
the
my side.
400 people in your hometown that are going to vote, and no one else is going to eat those grits. You should only eat grits if you have no teeth.
Alright.
You're just uncultured.
I went to London. I'm cultured.
Yeah, London's a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great show.
That's the show.
This is where I wanted the podcast to go, by the way. All the listeners listening, this is how you know the fellas are comfortable with each other now. We're going to be getting into a lot of these fights, and it's my favorite thing about doing podcasts is the stupid stuff. The Cubs is really cool. I love all that shit. Me throwing the first pitch, obviously way cooler than a complete game. But the best thing is getting down to the nitty-gritty of some breakfast foods. It's my favorite thing. And fantasy football.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to win this poll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to put this poll
I
out.
am.
What Liam's going to try and put this out today so we can get that out. Appreciate you guys. Keep listening. Subscribe. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool.
Sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
so let's get us to that.
We'll get back to doing it once a week, too. We had a little break there.
Yeah.
Well, probably going to... Next one will probably be Monday, right? Because I don't want you to really do it during your All-Star break. Unless you want to.
Okay, just tell me when.
Yeah, we'll figure
I'll do
it
it from
out.
the beach.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's the show. Appreciate you guys. We will see you next time. See ya.